This won't be a long reading, but it's going to be a pretty good reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to see what the universe wants to say about you and your journey and what's changed or what needs changing. Okay, so let's go ahead and start looking into you and your person, and then we'll just dive even deeper. Whoops. Okay. All right. You're coming in 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, Virgo. Your person's coming in 10 of Wands. Not feeling the love. Not feeling the joy. You feel like you're not sure about the situation. Wow, and your person feels challenged by being with you. Okay. You're looking out for yourself right now. Your person is thinking about leaving. All right. Flat out, Virgo, what's happening is there's definitely a breakup impending here. Like there's, why hasn't it already happened? You've been either hanging on to this person or this person's been hanging on to you. I don't know which way it's been, to be honest. But I feel like looking out for you is probably your best bet. You might have a very depressed, Debbie Downer kind of partner. And they're not very helpful with your journey. They're not thinking about prosperity, abundance, or even commitment. If you want a child, this person doesn't want a child. If you're looking for marriage and commitment, this person is not. They're just looking for right now. If you're looking to buy a home, this person is not. This person is looking at traveling or leaving or not being tied down to a home. So there's this kind of, we are not on the same page. Really, that's what it is. We're not on the same page, are we? And it's like, let's talk about what we don't talk about. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I love you, you love me, yes, duly noted, but where are we going to create a family and how are we going to create a home? I can love you all day long, but if I can't give you children, I can't give you children. Or I can love you all day long, but if you can't give me children, then I need to move on because I want children. You know, I can love you all day long, but I'm looking to settle here. And if you don't know where you want to move, you don't know what your life holds, you don't know where you want to settle, we can't do this. So really, there's the elephant in the room because we're not on the same page. And your person is like, God, dreading the breakup, dreading talking to you about this. There's a huge avoidance of this talk. It's like avoiding it like the plague. And every time you guys start to talk, to get somewhere, to get some information, some knowledge, to make a plan, it's like they tell you things like, I don't want to argue. Why are you bringing this up? It's like they're avoiding the inevitable. And at the end of the day, you're over here saying, listen, I don't care about the fight. I just want clarity. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you see. I need you to get honest with me. How do you really feel about us? What do you really see for us? And they're like, no, please don't ask me that. Please, you know, it's like bringing up the I love you word. And one person wants to say it, but the other one doesn't. And it's like, do you love me? I'm like, oh, please don't ask me that. Things are going so well. Why do we have to use the I love you word? Why do we have to talk about marriage? Our relationship is fine. And you're like, that's the problem. It's not fine. It's fine for you if I shut my mouth. It's fine for you if I keep busy and we keep busy and we do family outings or we do together things or we go to parties or clubs or, you know, we just go to work and come home and cook dinner. It's like, oh, it's fine for you. Life's sweet. Great. Well, you know, you're just thinking about yourself. Just because things are fine for you, if I shut my mouth and don't say anything, does not equal everything's fine in our relationship, because it's definitely not. So there's this energy of moving on with the Chariot. And really, you're trying to bring up a conversation to figure out where you want to be, who you want to be with, and where you want to go. And you're like, listen, it depends on what you say. Where I go, where I stay, where I dig roots, that's up to you. But we need to have this talk, and this person's like, I'm not even sure what I want, Virgo. I don't know. I don't know if I want this business. I don't know if I want marriage. I don't know if I want more kids. I don't know if things are going to get better. I don't know about you. I don't know about me. I don't know. Things are about to get crystal clear within about 5 weeks. Virgo, you are the king of conflict. And you can be, in many aspects, the judge, the juror, and the executioner. Like, that's what you do. You criticize, you make judgments, you're a critical thinker, you're a risk analyst. You're an analyst in general. And you're like, listen, I've been observing you for quite some time. And you're very selfish. And I don't mind if you want to be selfish because you're driven and you want to make more money for us and you're trying to better yourself and better your career and be a better person. Like, I'm supportive of business entrepreneurship. I'm supportive of you going to school. I'm supportive of you needing time for you and less for us if there's a good goal in mind. But if you don't have a goal, I need to know, because I'm the analyst. I need to critically decide where I am going to make my next move. And this wishy-washy, I don't know, back and forth elephant in the room's got to quit. I can't live like this. I can't function like this. I can't sleep like this. I can't work like this. And the other person's like, but I'm fine. Just, you could be dealing with a Libra, but it's like, I'm fine. I just want to avoid this. Like, we're fine. Just don't bring that up. Then we're going to argue. Or like, wow, I don't even know if I could be with someone who can't have a decent conversation or talk about plans. Because Virgo loves to have plan talks. What are we going to do for the next 5 years? What are we going to do in 10 years? What's our plan? What's our plan for retirement? What's our plan for this relationship, you know? Virgo is all about planning and logical attack. How do we do this? Let's implement a strategy. Anyways, Virgo, I just feel like this person is far from that logical conversation you want to have. And to be 100% frank and honest with you, they don't even want to have that conversation. They feel like it's going to be a fight, and they feel like it's going to be a breakup. But I think you know that. I think you know having this conversation is probably going to lead to a breakup, because you guys have been dragging this on for so long and you're not on the same page. They don't want this to end right now with you, but you need a better plan, and you have to do this. So you're going to have to wield your sword, Queen of Swords, and have this chat, because they're going to come into the chat room here kicking and screaming. They're going to fight about not fighting. You know, it's like, God, you're redundant. You're ridiculous. Why are we going to have a fight about a fight that hasn't happened? You're like, do you see the logic in that? How are we sitting here arguing about something that hasn't even happened because you don't want to argue? And you're like, you don't make any sense. You're not logical. You're not using common sense at all. I'm trying to problem solve for you and me. And they're like, but God, we love each other. Can't we just leave it alone? I just want to watch a movie tonight. I just want to cook dinner. I just want to Netflix and chill. I just want to come home and, you know, you rub my feet or I rub yours and we just chill. You know, like, why? Why are you? I don't want to come home and say, we need to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to have the talk. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. And you're like, Queen of Swords, listen, you're always hungry, thirsty, and tired. Every day of the week, 7 days a week, 4 weeks every month, 12 months a year. You're tired, you're thirsty, you're hungry, you're exhausted, and you're avoiding this conversation. I can no longer avoid it. 10 of Wands, this has been a huge burden on me. And you're like telling them, listen, I've kept quiet for 9 months. Maybe 9 or 10 months you've kept quiet. For a lot of you guys, this relationship is 6 years old, about 4 to 6 years old, and you've been on edge, on ice, trying to address the problems in this relationship for the last 2 years. You have literally tried to have this very conversation for 2 years, and somehow they have avoided this conversation for 2 years. And I don't know how people could avoid a very important conversation like this for 2 years, but somehow they've avoided it. And it's because they always tend to agree with you and say, fine, whatever you want, but they don't keep their word. It's like, fine, you want more money? Okay, I'll give you more money. And then it's like, okay, I need more money this month. And they're like, I don't have it. Okay. Or you guys agree to have children and like, okay, fine, we'll have kids. And then you're like, okay, let's talk about this. I'm ready. Let's plan. I ovulate in 3 weeks. Can you get together with me? Can we go on a little, little getaway? Oh, that week doesn't work for me. I have something going on with work. I can't get away. Or, my daughter has this school function. Like I can't get away for that. And they're like, okay. What about the 14th on this day at this time? Can we get away at this point? I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do it this way. I want it to be natural. So can we not talk about that? And you're like, but we talked about it 3 months ago and you and I agreed that we were going to try for a baby, and you've been really busy, and now I'm trying to make that happen, and now you're avoiding it and saying it feels weird. It's like, why did you agree with me in the first place? Or there's this marriage talk where they agreed for the sake of it. You're like, listen, I want to be married. That's the goal I have in my life. And if you're not going to marry me, I need to end it now. And you had this conversation a while ago. And they're like, okay. I don't want to break up. I love you. Fine. We're going to get married. Okay. And you're like, great. Thank you. Yay, And then you come to the table a month later. Hey, let's start making some plans for the wedding. Oh, you know what? Honey, I think right now it's really not a good time to start planning that. We have a lot going on. We're going to be doing this, and that. Right now, it's not a good time. Or I have dinner with, Josh right now. I have to go over there and talk about the business. Can we talk about this later? And you're like, okay, fine. We'll talk about it later. And then you bring it up again, a week later, and you're like, hey, you want to go visit this place on 4th Street? There's a venue down there that I wanted you to come take a look at with me. And they're like, oh, God, a venue? I really didn't want to have a big wedding like that. In fact, like the timing of everything, the financials, like it's off. We need some more time. Maybe it's a roundabout excuse like that. And you're just like, wow, Wow, I literally gave you an ultimatum. I literally told you that I want to get married at this, this is what I want in my life. And you're BSing me again. And what this is you keep BSing me. You keep finessing me, BSing me. You keep making promises that you can't keep. You keep brushing this off. You keep saying later. You keep agreeing for the sake of not arguing. And then when I require you to follow through on your word, I'm the problem. I'm the enemy. I'm the bad guy. And so there's this extreme frustration on your part. You're just like, why am I the bad guy? We talked about this. We already hashed this out. Problem solved. And you're the one creating another problem. And you're saying I'm creating the problem because I'm bringing it up? Unbelievable. And you're like, you wanted to wait? I waited. What's going on here? And again, I just have to say, Virgo, you guys are not on the same page. And at the end of the day, the hard truth is you guys want different things. And sometimes that's the hardest truth to accept, is that you care about someone and you want something with someone and they care about you and there is love there, but love isn't enough. Love isn't enough to make a family. Love isn't enough to make a home. It's not enough to fulfill your dreams. It's just not enough. And the sad truth, Virgo, in your reading today is they are not enough for you. And maybe the truth is you're not enough for them. People that really love someone, they're determined and they want what you want. When you guys are eye to eye, it's like you guys can agree on almost everything because you're on the same page. But you guys aren't. And this is the sad thing is this is putting a block on money. This is putting a block on your relationship. This is putting a block on family planning. This is putting a block on a home. It's like this, basically what this is two people are on the same path together, but they're going in the wrong direction. Very much the element of the Chariot, where two horses want to drive the chariot. One horse wants to go right, one horse wants to go left. In this case, the Chariot is in unison, and they're moving forward together, simultaneously, parallel to one another. And it really is about feeling the momentum together as a unit and being able to build and being confident with yourself and being able to move forward. It also means movement in general. So there is a grand movement, and the major arcanas in your reading is the Hermit and the Chariot. And it's like you have to move on by yourself, Virgo. That's what this is all about. You're going to have to get on that ship without them. You're going to have to get on that boat. You're going to have to move on from this person, Virgo. And there's going to be a peaceful goodbye, Page of Cups. Let's get an oracle for you. So we have renovation in the reverse, which to me is we can't renovate this. You cannot restart this relationship and it be fixed and you guys head off in the same direction. That's not, because they don't want the same things you want. They don't. You guys want different things. You see different paths for your life. The love is here, but it's not 10 of Cups. It's not 2 of Cups. It's not Ace of Cups. It's 9 of Cups. It means you make me feel good. I look good with you. Sex is good. That's it. That's not the ultimate love. This love is mediocre. It's mild. It's small. It's not enough. It's a Page of Cups. So it may hurt, yes, some to break up with the situation because now you don't have your cups. But you're going to find better and more. There is more out there. Bottom of the deck is strategy in reverse. I think it means this plan is going nowhere. You need a new strategy, period. But we're going to read it and just see what's going on. Oh, renovation. Virgo, anger overrules the potential to be lighthearted right now. There's rage and destruction. And that means important things get ruined and important things get lost. By waiting, you avoid accidents that you're going to regret later. But by waiting, you're also going to regret not leaving, because you're going to create an accident here. You're going to create more problems that you are going to regret later. Direct the anger elsewhere or ask for help. But there's a lot of anger and frustration, and I will tell you, the problem that you're facing, Virgo, is every time you bring this up to this person, there's a huge, angry, hostile fight. And remember, Virgo, you are the king of conflict, so you can handle it. It's they can't. They're the ones freaking out. They're the ones blaming you, raging at you, getting upset, making you the bad guy. You know, that's their rage. And I know that's what's being avoided here is the big fight. But the big fight needs to happen. Strategy in reverse says, Virgo, you're trying to navigate by feeling or acting before thinking things through. Hunches are helpful, but not enough right now. You may have a hunch or a feeling like things will all work out in the future, but face the facts, face the figures, face how many years you've been in this connection and it hasn't moved forward. Face all the storms and triggers you guys have built around each other. Face the facts that you're walking on eggshells in this relationship. Face the facts there's always an elephant in the room. They're never going to be more than what they are. And maybe they can be more, but not with you, because they don't want to be with you really and do what you want to do. And you could be more, but you're stuck here in negativity and in, stagnation. So you're going to find a solution. You're going to research better. You're going to plan, and you're going to pay attention to those details, which is what Virgo does best. Some say God is in the details. So let's work up some spreadsheets, Virgo. Let's research the internet. Let's look at facts and figures. Let's look at statistics. Let's look at the years you've put in and what you've got now. Let's look at the real results. It's time for you to do some case studies here, some fact checking, some expert advice. You can consider what ifs all day long, but really you need a plan B and a plan C. And there's something this person's been hiding. You don't know what it is, and you may never know, but they've been hiding it. And that's a lot of the foundation of your problems. Okay, so don't renovate this. Don't resurrect something that's dying. This is a do not resuscitate. Don't resuscitate this relationship. It's time, Hermit, Nine of Cups, singleness, personal wish fulfillment, personal well-being. Queen of Swords is divorced. She's separated. It's time to get separated. I know bringing something up, Page of Cups, is going to create tension and a fight, but so be it. It needs to happen. It's the elephant in the room. That's about all I have to say, Virgo. Thank you for watching my channel. I hope you have a better reading next time. Good luck with this. Good luck with this. That's all I have to say. I love you. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination, so just keep swimming. And we'll talk later. So if you're looking for anything personal, please go to my website. It's listed there in the description below, and you can order something for yourself. Okay? So stop avoiding it. Don't avoid it, Virgo. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading.